I mean, as far as getting people to come see the films, I think a lot of it was just word of mouth. You know, I mean, that audience of young people weren't really already going to film festivals, so it was kind of a new idea for them. And we struggled at first, and we still struggle to get them to realize you should go check out these films. You know, this is what a film festival is. Especially as you get the younger you go, it's like they're not used to even going to movies anymore. They want to stay home and watch it. And so film festivals in general are struggling with that, you know, and getting people to come to this physical event. But I think, you know, as we made it a really interesting and unique event with parties and music, and it was not just a simple screening, that with word of mouth, you know, really carried it a long way. And obviously the quality of films really matters. If you have bad films, people aren't going to want to come back and see more. So that's an important part, obviously. And other than that, you know, we didn't have very much money to market, so it's just using things like social media. And we did, like in Seattle, obviously where we get most of our local audience to come in, is we did, you know, kind of guerrilla marketing with posters, wild posters on the streets, and, you know, street teams and things like that to get people in. But I think at this point it's become press, you know, getting them to talk about it and come. And actually the hardest thing was just convincing the reporters to come to the festival. I mean, in Seattle, where there's the Seattle International Film Festival, which is basically the largest film festival in North America in terms of size, number of days, audience, brings in a huge number of people. It's a huge audience festival. And so, not that we were competing by being the same kind of festival, but we were competing for the audience. And just there's a lot of arts already going on in Seattle, and so a lot of the reporters and the press, they didn't take NFFTY very seriously at first. I mean, they just thought it was this kind of kid film festival with, you know, very basic films or things. Maybe it was a children's film festival, but so the hardest part was the first few years is just to convince them to come and watch these films. And there's a newspaper up there, actually, it's kind of like a weekly paper. It's called The Stranger, and it's, you know, it's kind of like the cool, hip weekly. And I couldn't get them to review films for the longest time, and finally got one of their reporters to come to opening night and watch the films. And he basically wrote this, you know, amazing review about how incredible these films were, what a impressive festival it was. And I just remember how excited I was after that, because, you know, it was like I'd finally won the battle, you know, to convince the grown-ups that they should come see these films, and that, you know, in reality, a lot of the shorts we screen are better than a lot of the shorts you'd see at any other, you know, big festival, because we're, you know, it's the top films in the world from this kind of younger audience. So, yeah.